This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we are slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called iYoga Premium that we do have right here, loaded up and ready to go on my iPad 2. This does require the iPad 2 and or up. So just sort of keep that in mind before getting too fixated on this. If you don't have said device, you will not be yogaing using this app. But a quick note before we dive into this, iYoga Premium does cost $4.99, and then we'll talk more about the additional pricing options that come with it, but just to keep that on the up front. And with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and just jump straight into it and show you how it rolls. Essentially, the application is a collection of different yoga poses, which if you've not been introduced to yoga, it's actually rather fantastic. We like it quite a bit. Then again, we do live in Boulder, so I guess we're inclined to like it anyway. But it comes with a number of different poses, which you can, of course, browse through by simply searching. Likewise, you can do categories like your core, inversions, seated, sequence of postures, that sort of thing. You can also search for specific body regions. If you need to work on your lumbar, you can find that here, as well as the levels. So you've got basic, which is the only thing that's included here. Again, we'll talk more about that in just a second. Also got a couple of different options as far as language goes. You can do only the Sanskrit names for the pose or poses, or you can do English. We're going to do English because I don't actually speak Sanskrit and I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. So let's go ahead and look for some core activities, and of course you can turn these on or off simply by tapping them. And then let's go for boat half or low. And there you go.
Bend both knees so they point toward the ceiling and place the hands behind the head. Engage the core and lift the knees just above the hips, big toes touching. Lift the shoulder blades and head, and if possible...
So just to turn that down a notch, I was going to let you listen to it for just a second. Obviously, the narrator will tell you exactly how to do this. Meanwhile, these muscular animations will show you exactly what the pose requires as well. You can tap these for multiple viewing angles. An interesting aspect of this is that, first of all, these are scary accurate. It's kind of creepy at first, but you very quickly get used to it. But you get to see all of the muscle groups that are being used. And on top of that, it's very, very informative, almost more so, we would say, than being in an actual class, simply because you are the only student and you have this, which is a human body stripped down, showing you how things work. I'm going to go ahead and restart this just so you can see it again. If you notice along the side, the other skeleton here, the blue actually shows you what muscles are being stretched, which is kind of cool. If you're looking to focus on a certain sort of stretching regimen, you'll find that, or sorry, they're being contracted. Stretching is, of course, red. And then, as indicated here, a combination stretching contracting will be purple. If you'd like to see hints detailing these things, poor grammar, you can hit that little tab right there. Furthermore, if you'd like to see written instructions, you can hit this, which will typically pop up. There we go. And show you common problems, contradictions, etc., etc. More information about that. And then you can also share it to your favorite social media site at will, if you'd like. Fire at will, soldier. So that's quite nice, and that is the basic interface. We're not going to dive too much more into that just because the rest of them are like that, and if you're interested, you'll look more into it, but otherwise, that's how it looks. The interface itself, we do like. It's very simplistic, and it takes a very different sort of tack than most yoga apps, which feature sort of Web 3.0 colors, lots of soft palettes, etc., etc. We also appreciate the fact that iYoga Premium comes with these sort of preset patterns. So, they cover different certain things like lunchtime energizer, which includes 28 poses, takes about 20 minutes. All of these just sort of geared towards a specific goal in mind. This additional poses button, this is time to talk about this. Obviously, you just get the basic poses with the $4.99 that you spend on this, which is everything that you see here. If you want the intermediate and advanced poses, you are going to have to spend another $5. We're not too tickled about that. We'd like to spend something sort of in between as sort of a bulk order to get the whole shebang. Even though the app is a great value alone, just with all the basic poses, it's a great way to get into yoga because it's so descriptive and so exemplary of what you need to do. We'd still like to have more content than just the basic poses so we could sort of grow as we go without having to spend another $5. That is sort of irritating. But then again, the app was very well designed. It looks good. This muscular structure is just phenomenal. Furthermore, it's perhaps one of the best ways that we know to get into yoga using just your iPad. So with all of that in mind, we are going to give it a 4.5 out of 5-star rating, as well as a recommendation for those who have a passive interest in yoga but aren't quite sure where to start. And that's all we have to say about it. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.